my name is Milo Yeager, and I have a master's in social work, and I wanted to help you today with your question about analyzing a health-related behavior that's considered unhealthy and that you needed to explain using one of the models that you listed in your question. So I was going to talk about the health belief model. I'm going to go over it briefly. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. I also specialize in paper editing, so if you want me to look over your paper when you're finished, that's something I'd also be happy to do. So today I was going to, again, look over the health belief model. This also made me think of what we're going through right now with COVID-19 and having to self-isolate. I don't know if you could use that as a health-related behavior, but it's something that made me think of it. So the first step in that is the perceived susceptibility. That's the person's idea of what chance they have to get that disease or the negative consequence. So that would be like in the COVID-19 example, that would be what does the person have an idea of, are they going to get the disease? And we've had a lot of people, especially young people, young adults, teenagers say, I'm young and healthy, I'm not going to get it, so I don't have to do those safety things. I don't have to stay at home. And we're seeing young, healthy athletes die from it. So, but that would come under perceived susceptibility. Then you've got perceived severity, the person's idea of how serious the disease or negative consequence is. I think now people are getting the idea of how severe this is, but at the beginning, a lot of people didn't take it seriously. An example I was thinking of are kids that went on spring break in Florida, and a majority of them came back sick. So that was a group that did not take it seriously, and they had negative consequences. Perceived benefits. This is the person's idea of what they will benefit from taking the positive action. So this is the idea of, do you feel like you will get a positive benefit from, like, for instance, staying inside? Do you think it's worth it that you're making these sacrifices? Perceived barriers. The person's idea of what is keeping them from taking the positive action. Now, I couldn't really think of an example of this with COVID-19, but the example I thought of in general was you don't take a flu shot because you think it's going to hurt, something like that. Modifying variables, characteristics that can affect perception. These are things like demographics, age, gender, ethnicity, geographic location, things like that that can change your perception of the situation. Cues to action. This model states that a cue to action is necessary for a change to occur. Now, some people, it takes more of a cue to occur, like a more powerful one, and some people it takes less. If you have a serious situation or a serious health condition already, or if you are already kind of involved with a health professional and have a good relationship with them, it might take less. If your doctor says, you really need this flu shot, and if you have a good relationship with them, you're probably going to listen to them more. If you don't go to the doctor much, or if you're not really sick very often, you might not feel like you need to go get that flu shot. And then they added self-efficacy to the model in 1988. This is the person's idea of their ability to take that positive action. Some people just don't feel like they have that ability. And then some people feel like, yeah, I can do that. So that's added to that. A lot of people, especially in low-income areas, may feel like, I can't get to the doctor. I don't have that ability. So those are the things that come under that model. Again, if you have any other questions, please contact me, and I hope this helped. Thank you.